Alright guys, so today we are going to be using the Farmable unit from the Mobile Suit Gundam series. So I think over the course of the next few days, I'm gonna see how good are these farmable units, because farming them, it's obviously you can farm them pretty easily depending on how you want to look at things, but are all of them really worth farming throughout? I mean, just for the collection purposes, obviously you should go for it, but getting them to 3 star or just fully limit break them, is it really worth it? So, as far as what we are testing out simply is going to be Big Zam, we have Xeon, and then we have G3, and then we have a Gang over here. So these are going to be the 4 main target that we're looking at. And resources right now are a little bit scarce, so the max roughly I can kind of give it is level 70. And if I am planning to go through the other ones, I gotta save some resources, so level 70 is probably gonna be the best that I can go. And then we can probably quickly take a look at some of the stats that we're looking at. I did went through some of the weapon upgrade, just a little bit, not all of them. The all-round mega particle cannon, upgrading this one would be pretty fun because you can just kind of spam the enemy. This would have been fun, but I am lacking a little bit of the resources, so forgive me on that. I can't really showcase all of them at max out. I wish. I would love to do that actually, but resources are just scarce things right now. So I think for Xeon wise, let's see where we at. So Xeon is support, so the debuff would be a lot more better if we can upgrade them. But okay, so level 3, 3, and 2, so it's not bad. These aren't the worst either. Like, these are actually pretty practical, like defense down, and then you have damage taking increase. Like, we take those. Like, Xeon is good, but the only problem with Xeon over here is the terrain. So with that said, I wouldn't really recommend people going for it. This one is okay. So this one is only 2. So yeah, same thing. I wouldn't really recommend, unless you're really trying to screw yourself over in a way. Even G3 is 2.5 ish. It's not the best, but it's doable. For G3, it's a 333 across the board, so yeah, it's not too terrible. And then for Gang, it's a tanker, and what are we talking about here? 111. It's kind of whatever. This one you do have these debuffing, which could potentially be helpful in a sense when we are facing tougher enemy. But in terms of our case, we are just going to be going into the Eternal Road, and I think I'm just going to use this one. It's not too terrible. And let's just kind of see. So we have the following over here. The pilot wise is the only discretionary thing where I'm not using their formable one that you can get. I'm just looking at the situation. You guys have done some summons on a typical basis. These are what we're looking at. The only exception is G3. I'm using Sayla. I just can't find any that are actually suitable or actually good. So this is the best I can do, 10%, and then increase awakening and accuracy by 10%, the best I can do. The other guys, they do have some premium options in a way, SSRs. Like, this one is pretty good. I would have loved to toss this one onto my G3, but I can't. Just can't do that. And then this one is pretty good as well in a way. You have just take a look at the full detail actually. Got support, and then we got some ranged attack increase, a Xeon affiliated, pretty darn good. This one is pretty good as well. Yeah, I mean, not too much to complain about right there. The second squad, I am just going to be bringing these 2 duels because these are just kind of just for the safety net in a way. I'm not really using them. I do have the SSR ship that we can use for the Mobile Suit Gundam series, so it's not bad. 1 dupe on here, so we are getting up to 22% stat across the board, and we have an energy recovery from this specific ship. So let's hop in. So let me turn off the auto real quick. So quickly, let's just kind of get a damage, kind of like a spectrum of what we're doing here. For G-Crux, we are dealing 60k a pop on this one, and then if we were to pop the skills, increase 15% on base, 68. So that's kind of like benchmarking where we're looking at. Obviously, our other guys ain't gonna be doing as much. So for Big Zam doing 38k, we can. There's no need to increase that. So the map for this one, you guys can see anyone within this vicinity will get hit, and this like if we are in a situation where we are in the middle of the slot, oh brother, like we would have been doing a lot of damage. But for here, I'm just gonna be doing this. We can actually kill. Perfect. So 38k, huh? So roughly about half of what G-Crex is doing. Kind of max out. Got the SP conversion as well. So all the whole 9 yards. So let's see, 42k now because we do have the damage increase per every time we defeat an enemy. So that's kind of good. Even the animation in here looks pretty darn good. Yeah, it's not terrible at all. Alright, G3, you are up. So we can come this direction. Let's kind of see. So G3, it is going to be a little bit weaker because Sayla, I mean, her stat ain't that good. What are we looking at? 366. And then the following attack is not the greatest. If we take a look at Big Zam, yeah, 494. Ah, man, I wish. Beggars can't be choosers, right? So we will just kind of do what we gotta do. Let's kind of see how I want to do this. Actually, I do have a damage increase that we can go with. Kind of see, we don't even one shot. That's crazy. So that's the case. I'm gonna do a quick debuff with Xeon real quick. Yeah, let's go for that. We do reach. Yeah, we can take out one of the tanks first. Yeah, let's go for that. And let's see how the animation for Xeon looks like. All range attack. Okay. It's not too shabby. 14k, huh? Yeah, Xeon definitely needs some works, for sure. Alright, we can do this. And let's just go for this right here, yeah. Sure. Oh, we do have the support from Xeon. Is that the best? That is the best one we can do. Yeah, let's go for that. I know a lot of people have used G3 to complete a lot of those missions. You guys tell me that. But so far, I'm not really seeing it at this level. I think if we were to have a higher stat G3 or just everybody else having higher stats, we would have easily plowed to them. So G-Crux is doing 68k a pop. Insane. Now upwards to 74. Wow. Truly monster. Then we got one more. So well, 79. Just to give you guys a perspective on that. Okay. And then for the remainers of the other series, I am going to be doing a level 70 as well, just for a benchmarking. So I can kind of keep track of like, alright, who's kind of good and who's kind of mid in a way. I am going to put Red Gundam over here. And then I'll bring Gang down here for some tanking. Let's do that, yeah. Okay, let's go. Just gonna auto it. It's fine. Wow. We are tanking quite well though. I'll give you that. 38k. Ooh, wow. Okay, wrecking them. Ooh, nice dodge. We take that. Alright, I think that's enough for you guys. And let's see. Alright, how do we want to play this? Alright, I think I'm just gonna see. Well, I have to use this. Okay, yeah. I don't mind it. Okay. And then I think I can use this. Let's just use it. I just want to see how it looks like. Oh wow, that's pretty darn good. And then we will give G3 the finishing blow on the Gundam. Okay, yeah, wow. 35k that is. That's it, wow. And we don't even kill. Bro, come on, man. Alright, I guess we gotta go for a debuff Xeon first, then we should be good. Oh, range attack again. Okay. At least we didn't die from that for Xeon. Alright, so now we should kill. Right? Yep. Oh, you know what? You know what sucks about this combo of G3 and Xeon? Is G3 is actually the Hyper Bazooka is a physical. So in theory, we wouldn't need someone to give us a physical debuff on the enemy or the physical damage increase taken or taking something like that. But yeah, that's something I just thought of right there. So whatever the debuff from Xeon, except the what is it? Defense down. That's the only thing we could have taken benefit of. So yeah, that sucks overall. Just gonna auto it for the other guys, and they will take care of it. But it's not. I mean, I would definitely say they could get way better, no doubt. But is it gonna be on the same level as G-Quex and the others? I don't think so. I think to me they're still gonna be a tad weaker, but not to the point where they're completely unusable, right? So okay, done with that. So there you guys have it. So it's just gonna be a quick mini showcase. Every series that I'm just gonna be going forward. Yeah. So I think the next one we'll probably take a look at Gundam Seed first, because with the next update coming out, focusing heavily on Seed, I do want to train those units up to just kind of showcase how good they can be in a way. But other than that, that's gonna be it for me, and I will be catching you guys up on the next one.